If you've ever thought about owning your very own race dog, well, James, this is your opportunity. This Saturday at Bendigo, it's GRV's Ready to Race. It was a huge success last year and we're doing it again this year.
Indeed, it will be. The Ready to Race this Saturday afternoon. And last year was a fantastic success, Ali. 330,000 or thereabouts was spent on the greyhounds, but they've been able to gain over $400,000 in prize money. So it's been a tremendous 12 months. That'll continue for at least the next 12 months. And for the few years this has been going, we've already seen greyhounds like To the Gallows, Kiss Me, Katoot, so many smart ones coming through the series. And no doubt that'll be happening again this week.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at some of these stats, because for little money, you can start winning a lot of money, can't you?
Exactly
so
right.
Crook Me Kindly last year sold for $3,500, has won over $32,000 so far. Peter Yup, $4,000 and has won $29,000 so far. Bumblebee Bolto, $11,000 and has won over $26,000 so far. Laney's Fortune, sale price of $5,000 and has won over $13,000 so far. And Cisco General, $4,000 sale price and has won just over $19,000 so far. So it's nice money, isn't it?
It is really good money. And Crook Me Kindly, the top of that list, won the Northern Districts Cup, which was a group listed race recently, worth $25,000 to the winner. So you're getting a greyhound that's ready to race. It'll race for, potentially the next 12 months. And as we see, greyhounds from around 3 years ago, that ready to race auction series are still racing competitively now. So it's potentially 3 years of fun and as well, maybe some cash in the back pocket as well.
How good. Okay, well, the heats will run on Monday. You know all about this. We're going to pick out some dogs that maybe you've got your eye on, fastest qualifiers. Yep. What are we talking here?
Yeah, well, as we spoke of last year in the lead up to the Ready to Race, Ali, I've based it around 4 key components, that being speed, which is the turn of foot a greyhound shows once they hit the ground, how quickly they can accelerate. The second one is strength, whether or not they're going to run beyond the distance that they are of the Ready to Race, which is 425 metres. Then it's trouble found in the run, the greyhounds that are finding trouble getting bumped around. And the final one is age. Obviously, the younger they are, the more scope they have to then develop into a better greyhound as time goes on. And the other one that I think is important this year with the new hoop arm is you'll see some greyhounds racing with quite a high head carriage, and usually that may mean they haven't had too many looks at the hoop arm, which swings and sits a little bit higher than the old stock standard lure. So potentially greyhounds that just may be racing with that head a little bit higher might be the improvers. So that's what I've kept an eye on for this year anyway. Okay,
should we start with a dog in race number 2 that you like?
Yes, this is probably one of the interesting runners that comes under the category of trouble. A greyhound who finished 3rd over and away, jumped from box number 8, I thought worked home really well, was unlucky when going through to the first corner, wanted to get onto the rail. Now, what I do like about this greyhound is on the circle, the official racing was a last start winner at Warrnambool from box number 1. So you've already got proven race form. You know the greyhound's going to handle racing. There's no problem there. And I think with a 3rd in the heats, probably not going to go for mega dollars. So I think that one there clearly looks good value over and away.
Now, what about Shady Tex in race 3, fastest qualifier of the heat?
That's right, 23.78, which speaking of any greyhound times is a flying gallop. If you're breaking 24 around Bendigo, you're a serious greyhound. And this one here's had the 13 goes on the racetracks for 3 wins and 4 placings. Look, I think this is a really promising type. Has already got good form at Sandown and the Meadows. I think will probably be, if not the top lot, in the top 2 or 3, and I'd be expecting in excess of 20, potentially up around the $30,000 to purchase Shady Tex.
All right, let's move on to the next race now. Who are you liking in this one?
Yeah, over the page to race number 7, which is a greyhound by the name of Cloverlay, was nominated by Glenn Rounds. I really like the way this greyhound went about it early, fits the speed category, went really good through the first 2 marks, going 6.49 and 11.30. Has raced at Sandown Park, finished down the track, but the first 2 marks were good, 5.08, 19.20. So you're probably looking at this greyhound potentially not being a 500 metre greyhound, especially right now. But I think moving forward, it's going to be a nice sprinting type and I think a decent buy as well.
Okay, and a greyhound in race 13 has caught your eye.
Yes, moving down to race number 13, and that was a greyhound by the name of Boy. Now, this greyhound was just cut out leaving the back straight, found a little bit of trouble. I just think with a little bit of luck, he raced wide into the home straight, looked a little bit lost. I think he could be a nice type to pick up at a pretty cheap buy as well, and I think he's nice and young, which probably means he's going to keep improving. So I think that's a nice buy there. Moving over into race number 14, Ali.
Okay, Star Hunter. Is he a star?
Oh, I think he is. Star Hunter, very, very beautifully bred by Fernando Bale Gale, Come On Luan, 23.79 was the time, accelerated to the line, Savage the line 12.36. This is a greyhound who'll go, I think, beyond 500 metres, potentially beyond 600 metres. A really strong type of win, and I think this could be the number one lot.
All right, and finally in race 18, Roscoe. What do you like about him?
The thing I liked about Roscoe was the overall time, breaking 24 seconds. That's very, very fast around Bendigo. The only thing I will say is he had it all his own way, and that's probably about as fast as he's going to go, but he's probably a 10 to 15,000, maybe a shade more if you are looking to purchase Roscoe, but it just looks another fantastic ready-to-race series.
Thanks, James. Well, it's all happening this Saturday at Lord's Raceway in Bendigo. The finals begin at 12, finish at 2. The auction, of course, at 3 p.m. You must register to bid though. That opens at 10 a.m. and you're going to be there as well. A few Q&As, I believe.
Yes, I'll be calling the finals and hosting the auction, but also a very, very important Q&A regarding greyhound ownership between the final race and the first of the auction. So it's all happening at Bendigo's Lord's Raceway on Saturday.
And for more information, you can head to ready2race.grv.org.au.